Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Space City Cannabis Live. This is going to be Smoke Sessions episode number 438. We're going to be mixing up some of these Supremes, the Black Magic with the Cherry OG. Huge shout out to everybody that is joining us today. Don't forget to hop into the live chat, smash that like button, and of course, as soon as we get to 20 likes, we'll go ahead and take a dab, guys. So be sure to smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, and check out the latest review. The Bubblegum Diesel, guys. It is still available over at Cali Blaze. Don't forget to use code Space City to pick that one up. That one is a solid batch of flower, guys. We got Black Magic. We got the Cherry OG. You guys know my only gripe with the Cherry OG was that it didn't have much flavor. It was burning nice and clean. It was smooth, but the flavor was just very lacking, guys. So I'm going to see if I can mix it up with the Black Magic and see if we can come up with something nice over here, guys. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and let's get this session going, guys. We're already at 15 likes. We only need 5 more likes, and we'll go ahead and take a dab. Let me hop into the comments. Let me see who's all up in here. We got first comment that 713 Drank says, "What's up, everyone? Smash that like button and subscribe." Shout out to the homie Drank. I appreciate you pulling up. Sir Smokes a Lot says, "What is up, Space City and Mrs. Space City? Hope you guys are doing good this Tuesday." Mrs. Space City says, "Good morning, y'all. Hope everyone has a great Tuesday. Y'all eat some tacos." Shiesty Grows says, "Space, what up, G? What's up, Shiesty Grows?" Tony T says, "Salute smokers." And guys, don't forget to go and check out Mrs. Space City also on YouTube. And shout out to the homie Tony T, tuned in all the way from Sweden. Let's go ahead and grab a little bit of this Cherry OG and some of this Black Magic. Sheesh, my grinder came apart right there. All right, guys. Got a couple of nugs over here. I think I'm going to just do one nug of the Cherry OG. And we're going to do a chunky nug of the Black Magic as well. Sheesh. Look at this hand grenade right here. Damn. That keeps knocking everything out. Okay. Gonna go half. All right, put this right back. There it goes. All right, let's go ahead and grind it up. Shout out to the homie Kel pulling up. He said, "My bad, G, for missing the live yesterday." Bro, Kel, you really missed out, man. We did a huge giveaway, and just about everybody in the live chat got a little bit something, man. So, Kel, yesterday was definitely the one to watch, man. But it's all good, bro. You're just in time, homie. You're catching today, so don't even worry about it. Joe Sr. says, "What's good, Space?" What's up, Joe? What's going on, man? I hope you're having a good morning. D. Halter says, "What's good, everyone?" What's up, D. Halter? Joe Sr. says, "Hey, everyone." And Good B-Man says, "THCA just got banned where I live in Tennessee." Damn, homie. That sucks, dude. I'm sorry to hear that, man. Kel MW says, "Space the new Oprah now." You definitely missed out, dude. I was handing out 7s of Frog yesterday. And you definitely missed out, man. See what happens, Kel? It's all good, though. I know, just like Triple H, you ain't a fan of that Frog. We just planted those toad venom crosses as well, so those are looking really nice. We've got the others in flower right now as well. Damn, Tennessee, what's going on? They just banned THCA over there, man. That's crazy. What is the world coming to? All right, we're going to go ahead and pinch it right here. Add some tension to the back piece of paper. And then you're going to just want to fold it over. Slide your thumb across. There you go. Go ahead and pat this down. Let's go ahead and do an airflow check. Sheesh, that tastes real good, man. Nice flavors on the dry pool right there. Knocking back some of these Scooby snacks. Let's go ahead and push the tip in. And we'll go ahead and burn off the rest of this. I don't have my scissors over here, so let me go ahead and just, oh, there they go. There we have it, guys. A nice little roll. Now, Mikhail says, I'm a big fan of frog. Just is starting to get out of my budget. Damn, you thought it would be the opposite, man. With all this toad coming out, you thought the price would go down on it. Shop Mary definitely has a solid batch of it. It is pricey, even with the 10% coupon code. But hopefully we'll get to the days where we see $100 zips of that toad, man. You guys ever think we're going to get there? $100 zips of toad? Let me know. Let's go ahead and take this for a spin right here, guys. We're at 19 likes. We need one more like, guys. One more like, and we'll go ahead and start off with the dab. Before I even spark this up, man, can we get that last like? Let's see. Go ahead and give it a nice little toast. Oh, man, I almost forgot. Y'all let me know if y'all watched the new Doomsday trailer, man. The Avengers Doomsday trailer. Let me know if you guys caught that. That shit was fucking crazy. Crazy ass shit, man. Let me know if you guys saw the new trailer. Let me know if you saw the new Spider-Man trailer. I was in the middle of watching it. I'm going to go ahead and finish it up after I finish the stream. Oh, wow. This is a crazy-ass combo. Damn, this shit is smoking, y'all. Holy shit, look at that. 2 hits in. We got perfect combustion. Solid white ass. Look at that cherry. Sheesh. This is a solid combo right here, guys. The Black Magic with the Cherry OG. Damn. All right, let's hop back in here, man. The homie Milk says, bro, the THCA ban is coming to Texas. I mean, in general, who gives a fuck? I'm still smoking weed legally or legally. Legal or legally. Now, that's allegedly. That's allegedly right there, guys. Now, the hemp ban is coming to Texas. It's supposed to be here July the 31st. We'll see what happens with that. But yeah, man, crazy times we're living in, guys. Look how this shit is burning, y'all. Let me go ahead and pass it. Tony T says, I'm trying to visit Shop Mary website, but because I'm not in America, it just says forbidden. Sheesh. Hey, what? Careful, Tony T. That's how they're going to track you down, man. The homie Milk says, if you get caught with it, oh well. And Good B-Man says, where do you live, homie? I'm over here in Texas, man. It says, just curious for THCA reasons. And Milk says he lives in Sweden, I want to say. Oh, you talking about Tony T. Tony T says, Sweden, yes, the land of snow bunnies. Tony T, what's a snow bunny? Huh? Is that what that is? I always hear Tony T talking about it. I'm like, what are you talking about? And we're at 21 likes, guys. 21 likes. Let's go ahead and get this device ready. We got nice and clean. Man, we've been digging into this right here. This is the Straw Nana Lemon Punch. Solid stuff right here. Ooh, we just scraped up all the sides right there. We got a nice little dab. Now, these terps are from Hawaii, guys. That's why it's in a little spam can. Now, let me know if you guys have ever had Hawaii terps. Man, this thing is dripping. Let's see here. Milk says white women that Tony T says they already tracked me down long ago, and Snow Bunny is a blonde white girl. Oh, okay, okay. Milk says rest in peace, Wombat, for that one. Milk, I think you're talking about a different meaning for that, man. I don't think that's what it means in Sweden. We got the Black Magic mixed with the Cherry OG. And this shit is chiefing, y'all. Look at that resin ring. Sheesh. Go ahead and ash it. Yeah, this one's burning real nice and clean, guys. Y'all let me know down below in the comments what online vendor are you guys shopping at? How's the burn on it? Is there any flavor? Is it nice and smooth or is it harsh, man? So far, Lit Farms with the Supreme options, Shop Pillow Mary with the smalls, their most recent batch of flour as well, and that toad venom, man. That toad venom is definitely smoking over there. There you go. Let me go ahead and get this dab going, guys. Huge shout out to the replay squad as well. If you guys are able, let's go ahead and match up, man. And don't forget to check out today's review. We dropped it on the Bubblegum Diesel. Be sure to go and check that out. It is smoking, guys. It's still available over at Cali Blaze, and you can use code Space City to save on your shipping costs. Cheers. Oh, wait. First dab of the day. This shit is some fire, y'all. Man, that stuff is good. Super flavorful, super potent. Almost tastes like a Starburst. Let's go ahead and clean it out, y'all. Burns real nice. If you are new to the channel, I do reviews on flour, whether it's from online vendors or traditional market. Subscribe to the channel, check out some of the shorts. If you want to learn how to roll, check out my how-to playlist where we show you exactly how to roll. We show you blunts, doinks, and hash holes. Yeah, this doink is smoking, y'all. Solid combo. Let me know if you guys have picked up any of the recent batches of Supremes over there. The last one that I had was the Black Magic Cherry OG, Lip Smackers, and Jelly Cake. And all of those are smoking. All right, let me hop back in the comments. Good B-Man says, I got a little mocha weed right now. It's lit. Oh, shit, some mocha. Where you get that from? I mean, AJ says, what up, bro? Hope you're having a great day. Can't wait till school starts. These kids. Hey, man, it's coming up pretty soon, man. Pretty soon. We're about to wrap up with July, and then we're off into August. Crazy work, man. Both of my kids are going to be in middle school now, guys, so it's definitely going to be pretty cool. We're going to be over at the Glass Lab later today. I'm going to be bringing some of the soil frog. I don't know if the homie Chop is bringing any of the cocoa frog. I'm probably going to hit him up and see if he can bring some so we can do a head-to-head. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see if we get that going. Maybe we'll live stream that. We'll get your guys' opinion. Are you guys team soil or team cocoa? Oh, I almost forgot. We also got the frog poison coming from Canicured. I don't know if you guys remember, we had spoke about the frog poison coming from Canicured. Shout out to the homie Durbin Brown. He was the one that made us aware they had a cut right times North Bay smalls of the frog poison available over at Canicured. That shit sold out in 4 minutes, guys. It was fucking incredible. That is going to be landing today, guys. So I'll probably take that over to the Glass Lab as well, and we can compare those. Hopefully it's the real deal Holyfield, not some boof, not some Snickle Fritz. So we'll go ahead and check that out. We got 4 ace, so we'll save one to review, we'll save one for Perso, and then we'll go ahead and take two over to the glass lab and see what's going on. AJ says that Don Murphy's one is Coco. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the medium was they used for the Don Murphos. I want to say it's Coco, but I could be wrong, man. But I think it's highly likely that it's Coco. Joe Sr. says my cut right times North Bay will be here late today or early tomorrow. Holy cannoli, Joe. You about to be smoking on some frog. I hope it's legit, man. Joe Sr., is this the first time you tried frog poison? Let me know, man. I see a lot of you guys picking up fucking zips of that toe venom from Shop Hill of Mary now, guys. Shout out to you guys for using the code, man. At first, it was like an eighth, a 7, and then you see ounce, 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 ounce. You're like, oh, okay. Everybody got the sample already. And they're like, hey, this shit's fucking. But that's what I'm telling y'all, man. Loose toe venom flower. You can save 10% off. The zip is about, a little bit more than 300, but at 10% off, that's 30 bones. You save it on a zip. Allegedly. Tony T says, we getting a 2 for Tuesday today? We got scanned on the Sunday hash on stream. Damn, Tony T, I keep forgetting you're not in the Discord, man. Sunday was my son's birthday party. And then we ran it back on a Monday. So we had hash on Monday, but I don't think you were there, Tony T. Joe Sr. says, yes, sir. I had a Toad Venom knockoff at Canicured a couple months ago. It was okay. Oh, man, that wasn't Toad, bro. Try the Shop Hello Mary one, dude. Try like an eighth of that and see if it compares to the one that you got from Canicured. And hopefully this Cut Right Times North Bay is the real deal, man. Mr. Space City says, I'm not hearing it, Tony. A whole wild day. Oh, man, guys. Black Magic, Cherry OG. Definitely smoking. Mixing both of these up. Let me know if you guys like mixing up your flour, man. Let me know if you guys mix up 2 or even 3 strains, or you guys just do a fucking house salad and mix in everything that you got. Mrs. Space City says we were all asleep by like 10. Definitely. Joe Sr. says the Gus I got is okay, but it's micros, not smalls or medium at all. Micros. I don't think they advertise it as smalls or mediums. They just advertise it as treats. If you guys notice, you always got to come up with a new marketing gimmick, man, instead of what it is. Instead of going out and calling it micros, let's just call it treats. You know what I'm saying? And that way, when people bitch about it, it's like, we never said it was mediums. We said it was treats. So there you go, man. But Joe Sr., how's it smoking, man? They micros. But is it smoking? Is it micros of bud or is it micros of like larf and stems and shit, dude? That's the worst. Tony T says, I was there. It was late night for me. My bedtime story. Oh, there you go, Tony. Jay Shaft says, yo, Space. Jay Shaft, what's going on, man? I hope you're doing well, dude. I hope you're recovering quickly, man. AJ says, I got some snozberries loose and pound cake supreme cream, both fire. I got rosin disposables, Canicure, diesel juice, and sour melons, both great too. Oh, shit. So Canicure's got some solid disposables, huh? Okay. Don't forget you guys can use code Space City to save over at Canicure. I want to say it's like 15 or 20% discount over there with the code. It's a good chunk of change. That's Oreo's rosin. Oreos? Yeah, it's nasty. The homie Joe Sr. says, it's okay. I don't think it's the best version to judge the strain on, but overall it is good. It's very unique flavor and the effects are pretty good. Burns gray, not super white like Orcas did. Damn, that's crazy. I thought the treats would be just like grabbing an eighth of Gus or a seven, you know what I'm saying? But sucks to hear that it doesn't perform. Jay Shaft says, it sucks. I should still be in the hospital. I am smoking about a seven a day for some kind of relief. Damn, dude. Well, shout out to you, man. I hope you get better soon. AJ says they all source through the same group in LA, Simply Mary, Candy Cured, Rosin, etc. No way, I can see that. For a second there, I thought I knew who their plug was just because I seen the amount of product coming through, but I'm pretty sure it's the whole squad, man. They're all in cahoots. They're all just homies. They're like, you start a website, you start a website, you start a website, you start a website, you start a website. We're all going to get some bread. We're all going to have the same shit, and nobody else is going to be able to have it. So that's a good idea, man. Not bad at all. Asia says sometimes be okay, but also really good too, especially that price point. Nice. Moscow Flyer says, what's up, chat? What's up, Space? Moscow, what's going on, man? I hope you're having a great day. Thank you so much for pulling up. Jay Shaft says, I got some White Widow and Purple Dream. Still can't quite get a mind relaxing high because of the pain. AJ says, Roz guy in Colorado does the rosin disposables for Sherlock's class. Interesting, man. What do you guys think of the dispos from Sherlock's? And if you're just joining us, don't forget to smash that like button. Hop into the live chat. Let me know what you're smoking on, where you're tuned in from. If you checked out the latest review, we dropped the Bubblegum Diesel coming from Cali Blaze. That shit was smoking, guys. And you can use code Space City over at caliblaze.net. Caliblaze.net. Go ahead and just start grinding up the rest of this Black Magic. Tony T says, I got some red Marlboros. Damn, dude. And AJ says, Ross from Frazier just put Living Soil Buzz, says it's super proper, but I think price too high. That's how a lot of these guys are, man. They get a little too excited when they first come onto the scene and try to upsell you, and then they get the hard truth of, man, this unit hasn't been moving. We've been sitting on the same unit for a month and a half. Holy cannoli. That's how it goes, man. Now we're gonna run the Black Magic Solo. I really enjoyed the flavor on this one. This is the last little bit that we have of it. Break it up a little bit more. Man, it's gonna be Taco Tuesday over at the Glass Lab. If you guys are local, be sure to hit up the Glass Lab, get you some tacos from Smoke and Lou's, and come chill in the back for a little bit. Another hot day out here in Texas, guys. Yesterday it was about 105 degrees. 105 degrees. You could cook an egg outside, man. High humidity too, so definitely feel it. There you go. Just fill it up. I'm just going to push this flour down just a little bit. Go ahead and move our hand up. Go ahead and do an airflow check. And there we have it, guys. Nice rolled up doink. let's hop back into the comments here. Durban Brown says, I haven't smoked cigs in a long time, but I always like menthols. Sheesh. Moscow says better than menthols. Jay Shaft says, I get disposables from Golden Hour, just a basic THCA isolate juice with Dr. Ganja HTE. They sell for $6.50 a carton, $7.50 for an Uzu disposable. Dang, that's pretty affordable. Moscow Flyer says, can't do a menthol, only when get taken out for a drink. Tony T says, I'm heavy addicted to snus. What is that? Is that like dip? You put that in your lip? I really don't smoke cigarettes. It's just a bad substitute because I'm not able to smoke right now. Dang. Put it in between your gum and your lip? Tony T says, 105, that's too much, even for a Viking like me. Moscow Flyer says, is that them nicotine pack people put up their butt? That's definitely something he'd be into, man, and that's why they call him the meat locker. Jay Shaft says, I need to make some nopales and lengua tacos tonight. Damn. Sheesh. That sounds fantastic, Jay Shaft. Moscow says, some proper king crab and hot butter. Damn, you guys are making me hungry, man. Relax. Tony T says, Moscow, yeah, I've been using them for 35 years. He says, how do you think it got my sphincter so loose? Damn, dude. Tony T does enemas for fun, man. Cheers. There we go, guys. The black magic burning real nice. Sheesh. Go ahead and cut the light off just to give you guys a live view of the ash with no assistance. And right at the beginning. Durban Brown says, I saw someone saying you can weigh your plants before drying them, then subtract like 28% or something to get a target weight to dry to. Ever tried anything like that? I don't think so, man, because it definitely loses more than or close to half of its weight, dude. Like just from fucking, chopping it, turning it upside down, hanging it up to the point where you're taking it down to harvest, it is a considerable amount of weight you are losing. Definitely more than 28% is what I would say. I would think it would be closer to like 40 to 45%. I even take a 35%. But that's just hoping and praying. Moscow Flyer says, "Hey, you heard they slapped them packs." Jay Shaft says, "Golden Hour uses Canna Crunchers extract. They just make so much bulk that they sell super cheap. Shipping is a little on the stoner time side, but they are some great cheap isolate carts." Robert's Place says more like 75%. Moscow Flyer says, "We need to be close to dry to only lose 28%. Yeah, see? Tony T says, "Every male I know uses the snus here, and about half of the females too. Smoking ain't big here." Damn. CBK says, "Yeah, buddy, just ordered some GDP. Have not had any perps in a while. About that time." What's up, CBK? What's going on, man? I hope you're having a good day. Tony T says, "Loose at least 50 to 60%, maybe more." Durban Brown says, "I don't remember the number. Just saw people saying that weighing works well." Interesting, man. There's only one way to find out, dude. Just try it out, man. Try it out, see what happens. I wonder if they're factoring in the trim too, man, because you're going to lose a little bit more once you trim. Hmm. Jay Shaft says you want your plants to only have 10 to 15% moisture when you cure. Maybe the 28% was the target weight. I'm going to test it for sure. Definitely test it out, Durbin, because you're coming up on that point, man. I would definitely let your plants go a little bit longer. Just let them go. You're already on the right track, man. You got them cloudy heads. You're about to start getting them ambers. Once you start getting them ambers, man, then you're definitely gonna be good to go. But not ambers on like the sugar leaves. Ambers on the actual buds. You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah. Durbin says I saved the video. Moscow Flyer says think close to 8 to 15% wet weight depending on strain. CBK says having a good day so far. Day trading, scalping the markets, and burning some green goodness. Oh shit. Hell of a way to live, man. Durbin Brown says I'm waiting for them ambers. Yep, I got you. Yes, sir. Them ambers, man. That's what I noticed in when I've harvested my flowers. Anywhere from that 63 to 68 day. If you're rocking Skittles or anything, you're going to be in the closer to like the 50s. Some fast flowers are 55. Some candy strains are better at 58 days than they are at 67. You know, those are just the fun parts of growing. Chop one at 58, chop one at 68. See which one you prefer. The fast flowers are cool though because you can have a faster turnaround. This is the black magic still burning nice and clean. with a heavy resin rain. Sheesh. Oh, 8 to 15% moisture. Yeah, that makes more sense. I know people usually like to be within that 10 to 12%, 11% sweet spot. And Robert's Place says Moscow, thumbs up. What's up, Robert's Place? What's the word, man? Appreciate you pulling up. Durban Brown says, I'm hoping for 60, but I'll wait and see what the heads look like. I turned 46 on day 60. No way, man. That's a nice little close to your birthday gift. You know what I'm saying? It may not land exactly on your birthday, but shit, clip one of them. You can cut one of them. You know what I'm saying? Be like, hey, this is the one I clipped, and then this is the one I saved for a few days later. But Durban Brown, what'd you think, man? Was it as hard as you thought it was going to be? Your plants look incredible, man. Everything looks right. I haven't seen any kind of deficiencies, any kind of pests or anything. No kind of mildew. Just for me, your entire grow process has been pretty streamlined, man. And all I can say is great job, dude. You got those two plants. They're looking fantastic. You've actually inspired me to return to using the trellis net, man. Before I wasn't using the trellis net. I've been watching videos. I've been seeing your grow. I was like, you know what? Let's go ahead and run back a trellis net, man. Let's get it all spread out at even, crazy canopy. Let's see what we can do, man. Moscow Flyer says, nice one. Great present. Durban says, yeah, either way, it'll be close and not hard, but stressful for sure. It's definitely stressful, man. Especially when you start seeing something that goes wrong and you don't know what that is, right? You're chasing. It could be something simple as just a pocket of your tent that's not getting enough humidity. Maybe got a little dry spot in there. Shout out to the homie Double R Underground. He said, what up, y'all? What's up, G? Hope you're having a good day, man. Thank you so much for pulling up. Don't forget to smash that like button if you're just joining us and hit that subscribe button, yo. Joe Sr. says, don't be jealous of the trellis. Durban Brown says, I almost had a heart attack when I thought I was seeing balls in that plant. No lie. Sheesh. I know the feeling. Now imagine that feeling when you actually do find those balls, man. Just wait, dude. Just wait. Double Underground says, them plants been needing some carbon. Joe Sr. says, I have a few things to take care of before I can start my grow. Not sure where I would put the tent in this house. How big is your tent, man? Is it a 4x2? Is it a 2x2? I always recommend a 2x2 for first time growers, man. Just a nice little 2x2. Throw two plants in there. You're good, man. Joe Sr. says, oh, I read that one. Moscow Flyer says, the bunch off grapes. And Tony T says, Double R, aka Baby Shark. Double R says he's always on the hunt. Double R, I just popped some toad venom crosses, man. I actually got them in dirt. Those things, within 18 hours, they had tails already coming out of the shells, man. It was fucking nuts. We've got some Gorilla Glue number 4 times toad venom. And then we got 2 of the Zushi times toad venom. So definitely got some frog going on. The Zushi times toad venom, I'm going to go ahead and put those in a 2x2 tent. I'm going to grow those just by themselves. The Gorilla Glue times toad venom, I'm going to go ahead and throw that in with the run that I'm doing right now. So that's going to be interesting. The seeds that I got for the toad venom cross are from 707 Seed Bank. Their seed company is called Mimic Seed Company. So They're known as 707 Seed Bank on Instagram, but the seeds have the Mimic Seed Co. branding. The Toad Venom Mom is a cut from Green Dragon, the Becky, if you guys remember that. Joe Senior says, I haven't ordered one yet, but I like one that can fit 2 to 4 plants. You're definitely looking at the 2x4 right there, Joe. That will be a really good size for anywhere between 2 to 4 plants. 4 plants would be, max. I've ran 38 clones in there before, but who's counting? But 2 to 4 plants is the perfect size right there. The 2x4, and check out AC Infinity, man. You can get the all-in-one system. Use code Space City so you can save on that big purchase. And I think they come with the AI controller now. Durbin Brown says, I think Joe got the same size I do, 32 by 32. Oh, damn. Oh, never mind. And Double R Underground says, damn, that's going to be some fire. I hope so, man. I hope so. I think I'm definitely going to cut some clones from the Toads just to see, and just to carry those on, maybe do a full Toad run in the big tent. The only reason I'm running a limited amount of those Toad crosses is because I ended up getting those seeds after I had popped the initial run. But some of the seeds didn't pop through the soil on that run, so I replaced those with some Toad and another one that's a Biscochito, which is in-house genetics. And then I looked over, and I've had this 2x2 tent. I've never used it. I've maybe used it once as an attempt at drying, and I've never used it anymore. And I'm like, let me go ahead and just use that for once, man. It's got a full light in there. It's got the whole setup. The only thing I need to do is grab the humidifier from my drying tent and just slap it in there. Since I'm not drying anything at the moment, and we can just make it work like that, guys. And there we go, a nice little project tent. You got your flower tent, you got your veg tent, you got your drying tent, then you got a nice little project tent, a little 2x2. You could even throw a male in there, guys, if you guys want to start your breeding projects, have some males in there. I actually had a couple of the Hollywood Ghost males. Every male that I've ever had, I always chopped and just disposed of. And the whole time I could have just had a little breeding project going on with a little 2x2. But that was a little bit more advanced for me, so I didn't want to do all that. I just wanted to get the basics down first before we started doing any kind of breeding, any kind of pollinating or anything like that. But definitely would have been some cool crosses, man. I had a pink pineapple male. I had a blueberry gasoline male. I had 3 Hollywood Ghost males. And those are crazy crosses on those, man, especially the Hollywood Ghost. That's from Aficionado. The blueberry gasoline was from Surge Cannabis. And the pink pineapple is also from Surge Cannabis. All of the Toad Venom cross seeds are also feminized as well. So feminized seeds of Toad. We also got a Super Lemon Haze times Toad Venom. We've got the Gorilla Glue #4 times Toad Venom. We got the Zushi times Toad Venom. And we got Soap times Toad Venom. So 4 different Toad Venom crosses we're going to be running. And I'm very excited to see how those turn out. Moscow says, you got some nice ones to come. Yes, sir. I hope so. Joe Senior says, till I get a new crib and more room, then I'm looking at like 12 to 16 plants because my wife now will get our license and I can legally grow for her too. Damn, Joe, that's what I'm talking about, dude. We're going to start seeing Joe's Mylar bags floating around, dude. Moscow says, males are too dangerous to keep around the same place. That's what I've heard too, and that's why I've always terminated them. But, once we start getting further into it, we're going to have to start wearing those hazmat suits when we deal with the males. And we make sure we deal with those at the very end. Check on all the plants, and at the very end, check the males, and go clean your stuff off. Joe Senior says, Dan, that's awesome, bro. Durbin Brown says, Soap and Zope are different crosses, right? Yes, sir. I do believe the Zope is going to be like a Skittles with the Zope, whereas Soap is just straight soap. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad you picked up on that, Durbin. I didn't think I've had soap, at least not recently. I've definitely had some fire batches of soap that tasted just like, you know, Like soap in your mouth. You guys ever had like a little piece of a bubble float in your mouth or something, and it's kind of just like a sour chemical taste? That's kind of what that was, like a sour gas, just soap, soap. I don't know if you guys would compare it to that, but that's what I would compare it to. Joe Senior says, hit up Jesse from Conway. She'll hook you guys up with cards for cheap. And they got Fire Genetics fucking gas truck. Bro, I was just looking at Conway Farms, man. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they had a couple of GMO crosses. I was looking at some, but I didn't pull the trigger because I pulled the trigger on those toad venom seeds. But they did have some GMO crosses over there. Moscow says it's all BS soap, just not flush, smoking BP. Sheesh. But yeah, Kindway Farms. Kindway Farms. Joe Senior says, Double R, thank you. My wife has to renew hers this week. Perfect timing. Nice, man. And yeah, Double R Underground says, Zope equals soap times Skittles. Yes, sir. And that's what you see floating around a lot right now is Zope and a bunch of Skittles crosses, man. Because Skittles is fucking came in and just same thing like lemon cherry gelato, same thing like the Toad. Everybody was crossing everything to Skittles. I knew a lot of people didn't like to grow it because it grows real short and stubby. It's real finicky to get the nutrients down on it, and they started crossing it with stuff that was stronger, stuff that stacked a lot better, stuff that wasn't as finicky. They handled pests a lot better, handled mold a lot better. All right, guys, let me go ahead and put this out. Let's go ahead and do a dab before I sign off here. Let me see what else we got over here. We got the banana OG. Do we have anything left? I think we can scrape something out of there. Go ahead and do the banana OG, guys. I'll scrape the sides. Shoot, there's a good amount of rosin in here. All right, let's go ahead and throw that in there. Here we go, guys. Double click. Let's go ahead and hop back into the comments. We got Mr. Chris said, "What's up, Space? What's up, Chris? What's the word, my boy? Appreciate you pulling up, man. I hope you're having a good day." Moscow Flyer says, "Just messing with 7 strains when I was a kid." Oh, exactly right, man. It wasn't that many strains, that many different flavors back in the days. Double Underground says, yes, Kindway GMO crosses are fire. Oh, shit. Oh, man. Banana OG. Definitely going to have to check some of those out. Ooh, wee. Ooh. I think I definitely prefer the Straw Nana Lemon Punch. Flavors are just way more pungent on that one. Double R says, order from Kindway. They're in my backyard and just the best. That GMO times Love Whip they call Love Child is fucking heat. Damn, that sounds good. I thought they were having a grow off with that Love Whip too, man. And Double R says, but I love GMO crosses. Give me that funk. Mrs. Space City says GMO, GMO, GMO. Joe Senior says, "I love GMO. It became one of my favorites after we became a medical state. I don't think I had ever had it before that. You guys remember when we had that baller jar of that GMO, man? That shit was funky, guys. That shit was straight funk, funk, funk. It was awesome, man. And I don't think we've had a GMO as funky since." Tony T says, "Y'all so lucky to be able to buy and smoke legal. Over here it's very illegal and you need to be hella sneaky. Can't even tell your friends about smoking. Police will be at your door in no time." I think you just got bad friends, Tony T. Double Underground says, "Come over for a visit, my dude." And Moscow says, "At ski, yep, had to stop myself for that reason. It was medical, just growing it, never mind smoking." Damn, that's crazy. Tony T says, "Double R, I'm soon a convicted felon and won't be able to get a visa to visit." Dang. Tony T's going to be tuned into the live streams on a cell phone that he snuck in through his butthole. And I'm not talking about a flip phone. I'm talking about them big screen flat smartphones. Damn, man. Tony T's going to be trading smokes for internet access. Damn, that's going to be crazy, dude. We're going to have to start a GoFundMe to put money on Tony T's books. I wonder how the jails or prisons are over in Sweden. I don't remember what country it was. I don't know if it was Norway or one of those countries where the prisoners just like have their own houses, they live free, and that's how they were rehabilitated, which is crazy, man. They got free room and board. All right, guys, we're all cleaned up. All right, Double R, I'm definitely going to check out Kindway Farms. I've definitely had them in my tabs. I've had different breeders on there, just trying to figure out where I wanted to pick up from. Raw Genetics is another one. The Bisco Cheeto, I think is what we're running right now, is a in-house genetic. We're also going to check out Kindway Farms. Double R, if it ends up being Booth, that's your ass, man. Damn, man. Double R says at Joe Senior, it's that GMO terp profile, flavor plus effects is what's up. And Tony T says, if I have to, yes. Double Underground says, yes, they're having a love child grow off. My dude Ferg is growing that love whip. Nice, man. Moscow says, too stressful getting your door put in. Going to Amsterdam soon. Nice, man. Shout out to Moscow going to Amsterdam. Moscow, where are you going to stop off at Amsterdam? What coffee shops do you usually go to when you first land? Double Underground says, excuse me, love whip, grow off. And sheesh, got to come in through Mexico then and go see the Space City clan first. Yeah. The Ravens says, what's good, fam? What's up, Ravens? What's going on, man? I hope you're having a good day, and thank you so much for pulling up. Double R Underground says, I got 5 on Tony's commissary. I get you some ramen and some honey buns. There you go, man. And you know they're going to beat his ass, dude, so we're going to have to get him some extra pack of ramen noodles. Tony T says, been to Amsterdam several times. Very nice, but expensive. And Tony T says, thanks, Baby Shark. He says, and make sure you give him menthol smokes, man, just so he knows he did something wrong. Double Underground says, yeah, the dispensaries are pretty dang expensive here. Even here in MO, we grow our own. And I'll stand on it either way, doing a dab to match. Guys, this current run that I've got, man, I'm running 5 plants with the Grow Dots, Recharge, that whole combo. And then I'm running 1 plant with just dry amendments with the Gaia Greens All Purpose and Gaia Greens Bloom. They are in finishing up the first week of flower right now. All of the Grow Dots are like at the same height, super strong, thick ass stems right now. The fan leaves are bigger than my hand right now, guys. Every fan leaf on all of the Grow Dots is bigger than my hand. And I'm talking about the lower fan leaves. They're just branched out. I've got some under canopy lighting going on in there. It's a 4x4, and it's looking pretty good right now. I was a little worried about the dry amendment one because I fucked up and I didn't give it time to incorporate itself. It's got like a 2-week fuse on it before it kicks in. And, I planted it at the same time. You could definitely tell it was shorter just because it wasn't getting those nutrients. And it was starting to, kind of have like a little bit of discoloration. But then you notice those nutrients kicked in. It bounced back, got full color. It's almost as tall as the other ones. And it is looking fantastic, guys. I definitely want to see if there's going to be a difference in flavor running those those grow dots, and just using, I guess, an all organic option of just the dry amendments. All right, guys, let me go ahead and start signing off here. Let me read these last couple of comments. Joe Sr. says, or Double R Underground says, I'll stand on it either way, doing a dab to match. That's what's up, man. Joe Sr. says, sorry, my pop's called. He's doing okay. A little better every day. Hopefully he can come home soon. That's what's up, man. Shout out to Joe Sr.'s pops. Durbin Brown says, will be an interesting comparison. I think so too, man. Christian Kojo Jones says, Space City gets in that grower talk back, and I be listening like, I know what he's saying. Hey, that's what's up, bro. Appreciate you, Christian. I'm going to go ahead and sign off, man. Maybe I'll catch you guys later. We'll see if we do a 2 for Tuesday on this Tuesday right here. Reporting to you live from the Glass Lab a little bit later, guys. Anyways, huge shout out to you guys for joining us. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. We do smoke sessions like this almost every day. Sometimes I don't want to do it, man. I ain't going to lie to you guys. Sometimes I don't want to do it. Sometimes I'm like, you know what? Let's go ahead and hop on there today. Let's go ahead and do a 2 for Tuesday. And that's what we might be doing today, guys. We're going to be doing the fraud comparisons. Today's code word is going to be Magic OG. Magic OG. We combine the black magic with the cherry OG, so we're going to say it's Magic OG. Code word, Magic OG. And as always, this live is brought to you by Space City Cannabis. I'ma fuck with y'all, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.